I don't have a cup holder, so. Hey, Solo Scout here. Today we're going to swing by and meet up with Dueling Moto and take a short ride after lunch. We'll be trying out the Sena Spider ST1 communication system. We'll see how that stacks up against our previous comm units, the Fodsports FX8. I had the Fodsports FX8 system installed on this helmet and was very happy with the way it connected to my phone and played music. The volume was very loud at the highest setting and was easily heard while wearing earplugs and at highway speed. Phone calls were okay. Unfortunately, for rider to rider or helmet to helmet communications over the Bluetooth, the FX8 system just did not work for us. We couldn't get an acceptable audio quality helmet to helmet. With our FX8 devices, the helmet-to-helmet communication sounded way overdriven. Like when you turn the mic gain up really high, even when talking quietly into the microphone, the other FX8 would receive the audio without breaks or stuttering, but it sounded like someone had cranked the audio gain up way too high. It was completely overdriven and very harsh sounding, to the point that it was 99% unintelligible at highway speeds. And when I say highway speeds, I mean 55 mile an hour. We haven't been on the interstate with the intercoms. So at 55 miles an hour, 99% of the transmission was unintelligible because it was harsh sounding and overdriven sounding, rather than dropping out or out of range or anything like that. For very limited testing. So I'm anxious to see how well the Sena does in the same type of riding situation. Now, already with the Sena, just in my solo testing, the music from the phone audio, the streaming, the playing of the music, the audio volume is way lower than the Fodsports. I wear earplugs 90% of the time when riding. It just cuts the wind noise down to, you know, a very comfortable level, rather than having that wind noise rushing in all the time. I wear a modular helmet, so wind noise is a part of life on the bike. But the earplugs cut that rushing sound way down. Unfortunately, with the Sena Spider ST1, the music volume, even cranked all the way up, is right at the point where it's not loud enough, just at the point where you wish it could go one more notch. Now, I have an Android phone and I use VLC for my player, so luckily VLC is pretty robust. It has lots of different options. It's got its own built-in equalizer, and part of that equalizer is simply a gain, and you can simply crank the gain up. So that's overcome that part of the Sena's functioning, and hopefully that'll be all I need to make the Sena as loud and as enjoyable to listen to music as the Fodsports was. This will be the first bike-to-bike ride with the Sena. We tried just a helmet-to-helmet to see how they would work, and they found each other on the open mesh channel 1 right away. You know, there's no pairing involved, so they were both defaulted to open mesh channel 1, and they talked to each other. And I actually rode off while dueling moto was stationary, and it was a good quarter mile, and the audio quality of the intercom was night and day difference in comparison to the FX8 by Fodsports. So I have high hopes that the intercom system is just going to be outstanding, and the lack of volume during music play when I'm by myself will have been overcome by the gain control in VLC on my Android phone. So there you go. That's the gist of today's ride, and we'll see how it goes. Oh, can't understand you. Oh well. I know, I'm just messing with you. No, it's 1,000 times better. Big time. Well, no, it still sounds good. It sounds a little better, but it sounded good to begin with. It obviously does a better job with that wind noise reduction business. Yeah, it's usually a 3-to-1 ratio. Right, you don't want to go up a tooth in the front because that's like dropping 3 in the back. Yeah, it's completely clear. I'm probably talking too loud, but yeah, without it being harsh and nasty sounding. Sweet! This is Solo Scout. I'm Oscar Mike.